All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your man B Vaughan here with the Indie Unplugged. And man, I got my guy here with me tonight. Let me take a moment, introduce the guest. So today on the Indie Unplugged, we are honored to have J Bizz, a true Renaissance man in the world of culture and creativity. Hailing from Richmond, Virginia, big VA in the building. Now here rooted in ATL. J Bizz wears many hats. He's a creative. He's a celebrity barber. I'm trying to get the fade up real quick. You see, look,
I got it.
Look how your man looking today.
Outside.
Look how your man looking today, right?
Right outside.
He rode up in the truck, y'all, like for like facts. And I love that. I love that because that's that advertisement. It's like, yo, wherever I go, people ready, and you can cut. We'll get into it.
Exactly.
We'll get into it, right? He's a celebrity barber, entrepreneur, recording artist, and community leader. Founder of 1010, is it 1010?
Yes, sir.
Bam, 1010 Entertainment, and the mobile barber, because he rode up in his truck, Brand New Wave.
Yes, sir.
He's crafted styles on high-profile projects and earned an NAACP Image Award nomination for Best Hair Stylist.
Yeah.
Like my man is, I ain't got hair over here. Musically, his track Everybody went viral as an intimate anthem of self-acceptance, and he's shown savvy business in his leveraging that momentum as an artist, as a creative. He's also built the nonprofit Brand New Wave Cares, empowering youth through programs like Sponsor a Service for a Kid.
Yes, sir.
J Bizz embodies vision, hustle, and artistry. And today, he joins us to share his journey. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to my man, J Bizz.
My brother. What's up?
Yes,
That's
sir.
great. Hey, he had a damn pipe.
Y'all know how it is. Look, y'all know how it is.
Bye.
So yeah, like I said, he rode up in the truck, ladies and gentlemen.
Pull up in the truck wherever we at.
And if you're ready to get your, line up on,
Yeah.
Just
be hustling.
how much you charge people?
Man, it's expensive.
$1,000 a cut.
It's expensive.
So I seen a video
Yes, sir.
of this guy talking about putting customers on retainers.
I do that. I have a monthly package as well.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. How much you charge on a monthly basis?
So the monthly,
can you advertise it? Of course you can advertise it.
So per cut, it starts at $150. It goes up to about $350 depending on the time. And then the monthly package, it starts at $250. So it's a little, a little bit off. You feel me? That's 2 haircuts for the month. And it's also customizable. So it's based off your lifestyle. So it starts at that $250. But if you was like, man, I have a son, I have a cousin I want to get in there. We want to get an average of about 4 to 6 cuts. Then we'll base that around your budget that you're trying to spend in a month. And, make you a package that makes sense for both of us.
Yo, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I had heard about barbers. I cut my own hair because I'm broke. Plus, I cut it bald.
Yeah.
So
it's easy.
It's super easy. Me to just take out the T
eyeliner.
Yeah. Just
shave.
Shave. Yeah, just all about to go. It's all about to go.
Yeah.
But I saw the truck and was like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I wish more people did that.
For sure.
I wish they took their business as an artist, as an entrepreneur, serious.
Sure.
And they literally drove around with their brand so that people can see who they are and what they do. And it's a conversation starter.
Facts.
Yo, I see the van, man. What you do?
Yeah.
I'm about to create this video. So I used to do, they know from watching this thing. I'm a learning and development professional. I've been doing it for 20-something years, right?
Sure.
And I used to teach sales training.
Okay.
When I was at Verizon Wireless for major accounts and national accounts. And I'm talking about people selling Verizon Wireless service to like Coca-Cola, Delta, right? I'm teaching
the business.
Yeah. So I'm teaching how to do B2B sales, right? So I'm trying to relate that back to creatives, to artists, to music professionals. It's like you are a salesperson.
Thanks.
You are a business.
Thanks.
And you should be treating yourself like a business so that you can operate from that perspective. I got books that we talk about, that whole thing. So it's good to see that you're somebody who's actually living it and doing it and promoting it, and people can see, and you're about that life. Because I don't think a lot of people are really about that life.
Yeah, man, it's 24/8. You gotta keep, you know what I mean? For real.
24/8. But man, the first thing I want to talk about
Yes,
is
sir.
good old Richmond, Virginia.
RVA. The R.
VA, baby.
Yeah.
Like, okay, y'all know I'm from Virginia. St. Louis is home.
Yeah.
But Hopewell is home. Hopewell is where I live.
Sure. That's probably, about 25.
25.
Yeah.
Straight down south.
For sure.
Yeah. I went to Petersburg High, went to Hopewell High.
Yeah. And we used to walk the dogs on Hopewell when we played when I played basketball, bro. That was always like a cakewalk. Like, but Petersburg used to always be like, that was our rivalry type of situation. Like, we used to get to fighting with them cats, with the fans. It was crazy in there.
Right there.
No, it used to be like we knew we had to be like ready for war, like real.
Especially
real
if y'all
war.
won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if we walking the dogs on them. It was like you already know that the fans was gonna tap in and be on that BS, man. But it was definitely always good times, man. That was memorable times, man. My Brook boys, man. Shout out to MBK, Meadowbrook High School. You feel me? That wasn't a Richmond school, but it was like it was in Chesterfield. Okay. You feel me? But all the Richmond people that either got kicked out of Richmond schools or moved to Chesterfield, that was like kind of like a Richmond type of school, but it was in Chesterfield.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah. I was born in Baltimore.
For sure.
Raised in Hopewell.
Okay.
So I went to all the Hopewell schools, Hopewell High School. I didn't play basketball for Hopewell High, so I'm thinking, the dogs didn't get walked on your boy.
It was always a cakewalk. Well,
I didn't get walked on the dogs because I didn't play any sports at Hopewell because when I was in Petersburg, I was in JRTC. Everybody
else. I used
to
be in JRTC too. Motivated.
Hey, you see it over there, right?
Motivated.
Over there, right?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I got the M19 over there because I used to twirl weapons, right?
Facts.
And I always wanted one. So my kids they went out and bought it.
That's
and
fine.
They gave it to me on Father's Day.
That's
and I was
fine.
like, I broke down and cried. Bringing my childhood back and all that. But so I never played sports at Hopewell.
Yeah.
And when I was in Petersburg, when I went to Petersburg High, I was in JRTC. So I didn't really do sport. I was competing.
For sure.
And then I eventually went to Germany. And I played sports in Germany, but never played sports.
And my pops played sports in Germany, bro. Is it Frankfurt?
Oh, he's in Frankfurt?
Yeah. So he played for the Air Force.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, like that was his job title, hooping.
Wait, hold up. How you get a job title in the Air Force playing sports?
To hoop. That's why.
To hoop.
So that's what I found out, like with the Army and all that. Like you don't necessarily. I mean, you still got to go to basic training and stuff, but you don't necessarily got to be suited up, ready to go. Kick a door in. Like it's other jobs and stuff that you could do within it. Like so, my pops, he played ball. That was his job. Like
I never knew that.
For the Air Force,
never. And I was in the Army.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna be in the Army drill team.
Word.
It was just that good. I thought I was gonna be I went to basic training. They were like, "Hey, you gonna go to Fort Polk, Louisiana, and go do some chemical stuff over there? You sniffing nerve gas. That's what you doing? I can't go to drill team. Nah. You going to? We need soldiers.
Yeah.
We don't need weapon flippers.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, whatever. They owned me for that period of time.
Facts.
Yeah, man. So so let's start from the beginning, brother.
Yes,
let's talk about growing up in Richmond. Let's talk about music. Let's talk about how you got into it. So just give us a
Woo! All right, so man, growing up in Richmond was real. I feel like if they say this about New York, but if you can make it in Richmond, you can make it anywhere. So definitely played a lot of sports. Stayed out the way, man, because Richmond, honestly, we had a lot of rebranding take place over the last, I want to say 10 to 15 years, because before then it was known as the murder capital, bro. Like it was crazy out there, but now it's more so for arts, food and things of that nature. Like they rebranded it. So for me, like, staying in sports kind of kept me out the way. I had friends that did all the other, different things in the street, but they used to keep me like, no, bro, go do this over here, so I had good guidance. I got into music at 9. It was always something that was in the family. My grandparents, my grandfather, him and his brothers had a gospel group that they did for like years until they got, to elder age. My grandfather now, he's like 93, you know what I mean? But him and his brothers did that. Then his sisters also had a group. And they, chitlin circuit, going to the churches and getting it in, making their money.
That's right.
They used to, press up their CDs. I remember seeing all their CDs at my grandfather and grandmother crib. So they really was getting it on an independent level. And then my sister, she's like 5 years older than me. She was already like doing her thing, singing and stuff. And so like at 9, I started to, put things together as far as like rapping and stuff because I was influenced by Crisscross and influenced by different people like that, like DMX and Bow Wow and people like that. So I started putting it together myself. Really didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. As far as like I didn't know how to count like bars and all that other type of stuff. And then it was probably like 11. I feel like it was like 11 or 12-ish. My sister had a friend named T-Mac, Tracy, and he basically had a studio at his crib. And he allowed me to come over there. My sister always like worked it out, had set it up for me.
Yeah.
And I was recording and he kept like stopping the joint and said, "All right, start over again. Then he was like, "Hey, come out real quick." He pulled me out. He's like, "Bro, do you know how to count bars?" Cause he could tell I wasn't in this, I wasn't in the pockets. So I was like, "Bars, what?" So then he did the count with me.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Man, once he taught me that, bro, I went back to the crib and went stupid. Like with just taking that and running with it. And I tell him that to this day, like, cause he's out here in Atlanta, Georgia, doing the film thing. He was actually one of the first people from the city to come out here years ago and really take off, and really put me in place, like, to do a lot of things on the barber tip. Like, I worked on a lot of big videos and things like that. Yeah, that's, Tracy really kind of threw me the oops, you feel me? So once he did that, I was able to then build from there and then keep it going. Been in different groups, you know how that go.
I don't mean to interrupt.
What's up?
But that's dope though. I don't think people know or realize. I'm sure y'all do. I'm sure they do, right? Building those relationships with people and having commonality with others.
Yeah.
And then because that allows you to take advantage of other things.
Facts.
Right? Because your sister knew him and then y'all had a relationship and he kind of took you on his wing, was like, "Hey, I'm gonna teach you how to do the whole music thing." Right? And you perfecting your craft, and he could see the diligence and hard work you put in.
Yeah.
And then he moves down here, and then you eventually move. He's like, "Yo,
and
I got you."
And before I even moved, bro, he was booking me for stuff like before then. So I was coming back and forth to Atlanta. Before I moved for like 2 years. Like it was like almost every month or every other month. He'll have something. He'll be like, "Yo, come on down." Like, you know what I mean? And he knew I was a good person to throw the oop to, because he know that I'm a solid individual. I'm gonna take advantage of the opportunity. I'm not gonna make him look bad. I'm gonna make him look amazing. You know what I mean? Because of how professional I am and just how well I do my thing. You know what I mean? So that's how that rocked. And then when I did move out here, like I was able to have a foundation of people to tap in with from them sets that I was on to then build my clients. You know what I mean? So I mean, I always tell them every time, like that's the one thing I like to do, is just to show gratitude to the people that assist me on this journey, bro. Because like, that's, you got to do that. You feel me? Like you have to show that, and that's how you continue to get more, more opportunities and things of that nature.
That's
so
right.
he every time I talk to him, I be like, "Bro, you like taught me how to count bars, bro," and like gave me the sauce to really, take it. And he, I think he understand, but sometimes I be thinking he don't be understanding how major, you know what I mean?
And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes people just want to invest in others and they believe in others and they don't really think anything of it.
For sure.
Right? And to us, it's like, "Yo, bro, you changed my life."
Yeah.
And to him, he may be like, "Yo, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to help people."
Nah, fact. I think that is what it is. Like he's like, "Man, that ain't nothing." You know what I mean?
Man, like, "Yo, you my guy."
Yeah, like I'm like little bro to him, like for real. Cause him and my sister are like in the same, like, age. So like I'm like little bro. So it's like it was nothing, but it was major, like you're saying. So from there, like I said, I was in different groups, like from high school. We doing the talent shows. I was really like, my sister tell my little nephew this story all the time. She was like, it was a time where she knew how popular I was at school when she came to one of the talent shows that we had, right? And how all the girls was screaming and all that other type of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I used to do all the talent shows. Just everything that I could do, bro. Like, wherever it was an opportunity.
Right.
working with different people, different creatives and stuff in the city. And then about 18, bro, that's when I had this record called Rico Suave, right? And I did that because I went to Virginia State. Shout out Virginia VSU.
I was like, VSU.
Yeah. Shout out to VSU. And I had this record that really like connected, bro. Like, and I always think about just kind of some of the shortcomings we had with that record, not really doing the things the way we should have did to market it and stuff. Cause I mean, the people myself and the people I was working with at that time, we were green. You know, we didn't really know what we were doing, but the people really responded to that record. And that was one of the records that like made me feel like, all right, I could really do this. And then from there, it was just other records. I worked with people like DJ Cool and just other like people from the city that was doing big things, Red Rum, GMGB, Wigs, and just different people like that, man. And from there, I just kept going, bro. Kept putting things out. And then I eventually came out here. And for real, when I came out here, I like kind of took like a little break in a sense. I was kind of focused more on the barbering tip because I was really working. And then I went to Revolt, bro. And Jeezy was like, he did like the opening, like I don't know what it's called, but like the opening speech or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, welcome to Atlanta where you could come out here and make any dream come true, bro. Like this is the place where it happened at. And it clicked. I was like, man, I got to get back to this music because this is like, I could really take it to the next level. You know what I mean? I know I'm probably skipping some stuff in between.
No, you good, bro. Look, I love it's the conversation because I don't think people realize that. And I always tell people, and here's a flip side of it. He's right.
Yeah.
You can move here and make all your dreams come true. But are you willing to put in the work?
You got to put in the work.
I've known people who moved here.
Yeah.
Musically inclined.
Yeah.
Ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. Bro. They either move back or just
and they move back to where they from.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, you wasted a whole 4 years playing and not really doing what you...
Yeah, because Atlanta will swallow you up, bro. Because the first year I moved out here, bro, man, giving all my money to the strip club. Just running around, you know what I mean? Being outside. So it's like...
Because it's the culture, it's the lifestyle of Atlanta.
Bro. So it's like, you got to just really be focused on what it is that you need and what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And then you'll find your tribe and you find the individuals because even though it's like a melting pot out here, I'm not going to say rarely I meet people that are actually natives of Atlanta. Because I meet a lot of people but I meet a lot of people that are like implants that come out here.
Too.
So
I'm me.
Yeah. So it's like, but with the implants, it's like, it's this camaraderie of, I want to help you. You know what I mean? It's like this, like, because in Richmond, bro, we'll say like, it's like crabs in a barrel.
Yeah, St. Louis is the same way.
So it's like, and some people, honestly, in college that live like from here, they will say the same thing. And I find that with people, like, a lot of people have the same type of conversation about their city if they're actually from there. Exactly. And then I'm like, bro, Atlanta, what? I always get love there.
Right.
But I know for a fact, like being out here, I found like different people that they just help you off the strength, bro. Like you don't even have to, I mean, I guess the energy do speak loud.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not a lot of like barriers in the sense of a person throwing you a oop. You know what I mean? And long as you a genuine individual and you professional, again, if you're doing a job, and a couple other attributes, like it's kind of easy, bro. Like it really is. Like I done so much stuff based off of people just throwing the oop. You know what I mean? And going from one gig or one thing, and then you get this other opportunity from that. Like I remember, bro, with my boy T-Mac, right? He had this proof of concept he was putting together. And with a proof of concept, then normally you don't have a budget.
Right.
So it was like, yo, bro, can you hold me down? Come cut the talent. And I'm like, cool, whatever. You know what I mean? You my boy, you my dog. Like whatever. I believe in what you're doing. I'm networking, whatever. So from that joint, bro, I ended up getting a gig for the YSL Slime Language 2. And I didn't even know, like when I got the gig, they didn't even tell us who it was or what. Like I found out all that on the actual joint. But from that gig, that was the most money I ever made from cutting hair, like ever. Like from that, at that time.
Yeah.
And then like from there, I was like locked in with 300 Entertainment. So like that whole year, 2 years, when Thug was like really like
Mhm.
putting his artists out and stuff, I was getting those calls. You know what I mean? As the barber in Atlanta, and that was all from that gig that I was doing for free. You know what I mean?
Bro, how come people don't do it? Look, there's a couple of things you said in there that I think is very, very important. One is for people to be their authentic self.
Facts.
I think a lot of times people try to showboat or they try to put on airs for other people. Well, look at me. I'm doing big things. I'm the bro, just I remember having and I've told this story before, and I'm not gonna name the name, but I told this story before. I was at A3C.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, pre-COVID, that's how you gotta. It's like COVID, pre-COVID.
Facts.
So pre-COVID, I was at A3C, and there was a high-profile music executive there, and I knew him.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, let's go to lunch." I was like, "Bet." My treat though,
Yeah.
because I don't want you paying. My treat.
Yeah.
So let's go. And he brought his son.
Yeah.
And so we walked to the little place in downtown, and by GSU, and we went and ate. And it was just a great conversation, bro. Like, here's this guy. He knows tons of people, can make a phone call just like that.
Thanks.
And it's like, yo, we just sitting here having lunch. And and we laughing, giggling, having fun, eating good food. And the son is there.
Yeah.
And after that, we go back. And then he sends me a text later on. And he was like, man, I appreciate you being you.
Yeah.
Just being your authentic self.
Yeah.
He said it was a great example for my son to see somebody not trying to position themselves in some type of way to get something from me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we were just having a really good time. I was like, that's because you're my brother though.
Yeah.
So I'm that's just me in general.
Yeah.
But we just having a good time, bro.
Thanks.
He was like, but you don't see that. And I think that's the thing people miss, because in a city like this, you got so many people who are successful doing so many things. It's like, well, look at me. I got this and I'm doing this and I'm a big shot here. And it's like, yo, just be you, because that's how you get stuff.
Yeah.
People, I do not want to work with fake people.
Facts.
So if I know you're a genuine person, I'm like, I got you.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, you need this? Boom. I know a guy who can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Oh, you need okay. Then maybe you could do something. That's that relationship, right? So that's the first thing, is being your authentic self. The second thing is everybody's always so concerned with getting the bag.
Yeah.
Like, that's the main focus. Like, I got to get money. If I'm going to, trust me, I understand that the worker is worth their hire. But sometimes it's like, yo, we ain't really got the thing for this. Yo, what's up? Can you, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. This same guy, I'm gonna tell you the impact of this relationship, bro.
Yeah.
This is why I tell people, and then we get back to you, right?
For sure. Go ahead.
But this is what I tell people. I'm like, so this same guy called me up one day. He was like, hey, what you doing on such and such date at such and such time?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, nothing. What's up? He was like, I need you to be here at this place at this time. Bet. I didn't ask him what it was.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Who are we meeting with? What's the context?
Yeah.
Nothing. Bet. Because if you call me
you
to
already
come,
know.
I already know. I ain't got no questions.
Yeah.
I show up. When I show up, there's other people there.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy there was a guy in charge of this whole thing. He had the mic. He was like, now I'm going to say it. Y'all probably going, well, y'all probably won't even know. But if they watch it, they'll know.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he was like, hey, welcome to the first meeting for starting the local Association of Independent Music Publishers chapter here for Atlanta. For those of all you who are here who are interested in being part of the founding members for the chapter, we welcome you. And who's interested? Me. He's looking at me like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. And so we were on the committee to start the music publishing chapter.
Man, that's hard.
Here in ATL. Yeah. All off a relationship, off a phone.
That's how it be, bro.
That's because everybody's always so, I got to get the bag. I got to get the bag. It's like,
man, a relationship is way more valuable.
Way more valuable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's ongoing. It's like residual. You feel me? So, you got to know, because I do understand people got to survive and make that, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's fine line.
Right.
But you got to know which ones to really tap into,
Mhm.
and knowing like the personnel behind it to know like, all right, look, they good for
Yeah.
it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like at some point, or it's gonna come back another way. But just if they good people and y'all vibe, you just got to pick and choose,
Mhm.
and based off of the genuineness of the relationship, you know what I mean, and who they are,
That's facts, though.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you had a person that was there to help you through that process and to say, look, we got stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're willing
Now
to
my
do,
brother
like, yo,
do me
let's go.
crazy oops,
Like,
bro.
let's go.
Like for real. Like that's my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so I love the title, right? Because a lot of people kind of put that out there, but you're actually a celebrity barber,
Now it's some
right?
facts. Man,
Yeah.
the first I was telling my brother the other day, Trans Lee. Shout out Trans Lee.
Translate.
Trans Lee signed at Grand Hustle.
Does he do work with Gray?
Gray.
Yeah,
Yep, that's my brother too. Shout out Gray.
We did talk about that.
Yeah.
That's right. We talked about.
That's my
y'all
brother.
don't know. We talked about that prior.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. He be doing the joint with Gray. That's right.
Yeah. So I was telling him the other day because he got a song with Redman and Method Man that he never released, and I was like, Redman was my first celebrity client, bro, in Richmond. Like
Yo, that's
him
dope.
and Method Man had a show.
That's dope.
So I was cutting. So back in Richmond, right? 2015, I started my brand new wave brand, and we had a brick and mortar off of Hall Street, right down the road.
I actually know what that is.
You know what Hall is? Okay.
Yep.
I was right down bottom, right by Croker Spot, which is a staple in Richmond, Virginia. It's a restaurant. Shout out Croker. And basically, like I had connected with, because I was already in the music community. I connected with like our top people in the indie scene out there, like Nicholas F, Noah O, and cats like that. So I had them basically just like any other company would, had them as a brand ambassador, right? So I was cutting their hair, and Nicholas F had a show with he was opening up for Redman and Method Man. And so basically it was like around like Thanksgiving or something like that, and we left the shop early. So somebody from their camp was calling because I was already making noise out in the city for the shop, and they were calling the shop trying to get in touch with me to cut Redman and Method Man. And we weren't there. Like we had left early. So then Nick, it was like Nick, they hollered at Nicholas F, and it was like, hey, do you know anybody that could cut? Because we've been trying to get in touch. Like it was crazy. It was like a full circle. It was like, we've been trying to get in touch with somebody, but they not answering the phone. Can you know what I mean? So he called me on the cell, and he was like, yo, bro, you trying to cut Redman, bro? And I was like, what? Heck yeah, bro. So literally was at a family function. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we just left that joint and we went down to the hotel they were staying at, cut Redman, set him up with a braider. At the time he had braids. Set him up with one of my braiders. We did all that. And then afterwards I was like, yo, can we come to the show? You know what I mean? So he was like,
yeah, bet, let's go.
Yeah. So me and my ex, we went to the show, bro. We ended up at the time, Redman smokes cannabis. We definitely tapped in. You know what I mean? And it was just a vibe, bro. But that was my first like big celebrity that I cut. Outside of Nicholas F is actually underground celebrity. He wrote for Drake and did a lot of stuff with Drake and stuff like that. Look him up. That's my dog. And so Redman was my first like national,
public national celebrity,
yeah,
right.
International celebrity. And yeah, from there it just been up. And it's man, I didn't cut so many people since then, bro. So but Redman was a dope experience. It definitely was just good.
Because I was going to ask you, what's your most memorable one? Was it Redman?
Man, damn. All right, so I feel like, man, I didn't cut some people.
And he's talking about cutting hair, y'all, right?
Cutting hair.
And y'all be out there. He out here cutting people. Who he out there cutting? He cutting hair, y'all, right?
Cutting hair.
What I'm saying?
One of the ones that really caught me off guard was EarthGang. So I had linked up with a stylist, my dog. Oh man, I'm mad that I'm misplacing his name. But I linked up with a stylist on a set, and we locked in. Like it was like one of them situations where like it was like a hurry up and wait situation. So we got there on time, and then it was like a long time before we actually did the work we had to do. Yeah. It was for like an African artist too. The video that I met him on, and we just locked in. We went and got some food and everything like that. And then I just stayed locked in with him. So months later, whatever, he was like, yo, I'm doing a shoot and they need a barber. He didn't say who it was. So I was like, word, just send me the info. I'm gonna pull up. So I pulled up, and it was like I'm setting up the truck. I open up the joint, and Olu come on to the joint. I'm like,
You're like-
oh. And at this time, like I'm really, and I'm still fans of them. Like, but I'm like, yo, these like I
yo, it's
bang with EarthGang.
EarthGang.
You know what I mean? So, and normally, bro, I stay super professional. But man, as soon as he sat down, I was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm a fan of y'all. Y'all are like, you know what I mean? Dope as hell. And then like we had the best conversation. Olu was amazing, like just amazing individual. You know, both of them, like it was a whole vibe, man. So that was one of the ones where I was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like crazy. But I didn't cut some people, bro. I cut like Young Jock, Jacquees. Oh, this was all right. So this was one of the ones that I was like, I made it. All right. I was like, yo, I'm here.
Like, yo, and it wasn't the Redman one though.
The
like,
Redman one was
like that was the first joint.
No, that one was still like memorable. But bro, so you know, Usher just did his his tour like not too long ago.
Yeah. I went to the concert.
You went to the concert. So they did a lot of pre-production before, like for like the stuff that was gonna be on the screen and stuff. Because he had like a hologram of like the younger Usher that came out. Did you saw that part, right?
The whole thing was dope. The whole thing he did was dope.
So they called me in to cut the younger Usher for like the tour. So
that's
like,
dope.
so like, but I'm working alongside Usher, like, you know what I mean? Like, so that was one of the ones where it was crazy because I was already cutting his brother, J-Lac. And so J-Lac pulled up to the set and didn't even know, you know, I was gonna be there. And that was like one of the moments where it was like, he was like, oh snap, how did you know what I mean? Like, I didn't tell you about this one. Like, so that was one of the ones where I was like, oh yeah, I made it.
I made
you
it.
Feel me? But it's been bruh. Like, I have to do better with just taking in all of the stuff that I've done, and then also just, you know, also putting it out there, letting people know. Cause I've been in Black Panther 2, bro. I was in the opening scene for that. Just different things, bro.
See, now I'm gonna have to go back and watch Black Panther 2.
No, I'm in the opening scene, bro. I just put it up on my gram, like, cause one of my friends, she was like,
bruh.
I was telling her about it, and she was like, what?
Look, bruh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Black Panther was I ain't gonna say him.
Black Panther 2, bro, working with alongside Ryan Coogler and everything like that. I have a crazy story for that one too, but
the grant. What happened?
Man, it was just like at a point in time where everybody know Black Panther and know about the franchise, but I didn't necessarily know all the people behind it, right? So while I'm on the set,
now go ahead, bro.
While I'm on the set, like I'm watching, at the time I didn't know it was Ryan. I'm watching Ryan move, right? And I'm like, man, this guy's working like hard. Like he bouncing from here to there. Everybody asking him questions. And the way he was moving based off of the times that I spent on like the independent sets, I only knew of the ADs, the assistant directors moving like that. The directors normally stay in their little box, and then the AD is moving around. So I'm thinking, homie, is the AD the way he moving? So literally, bro, we have a break, and I go up to him. I'm like, bro, I really admire your work ethic. I was like, are you like the AD or something, bro? Soon as he was about to answer, they was like, Ryan, can you come over here? And I go back and get in line and stuff. I'm talking to one of the girls. I'm like, yo, I was like, man, I was just talking to homie. Like, you see how he moving, bro? I was like, I just told him, like, I asked if he was the AD. She was like, oh, Ryan, that's the director. She was like, you're crazy. Like, she was like, you're crazy. I was like, oh. So after we wrap, I went up to him and I was just like, bro, excuse my ignorance.
But he was cool though.
He was cool, bro.
Exactly.
And the thickest West Coast accent. He's like, yo, bro, you good, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And we just chopped it up. We laughed about it. Told him, you know, like, look, while you out here, if you need a cut, let me know. You know what I mean? Just
see, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? He didn't get a cut, but just
it's coming though.
Yeah. So
he's gonna come out and be like, yo, I'm out here. I need a cut.
Facts. But
he be like, brand new.
You know how that be.
Exactly.
But it was an amazing experience, bro. Just seeing him, seeing Angela Bassett. It was like she was floating out there, bro. And just all the actors and actresses, man, that was doing their things. But I done some stuff, bro, and I really be needing to you know, just always keep in mind like what's been done.
Right.
So that I could, you know, because you know, we get so caught up in the future and the things that we want to achieve that we be forgetting what we already did.
Yeah.
And knowing that if this already happened, you know, it's only a matter of time. Yep.
That's right. Oh, that's dope, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
dope.
sir.
Yeah, I would have freaked out if it was Redman. I mean, I've seen Redman.
Redman was a cool dude,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, Redman was cool, bro.
Cool, bro.
So when I was in St. Louis, I used to work security at it was then called the Kill Center. Now it's called something else, but one of the concerts that I worked was the concert with Method Man, Redman, Jay-Z, DMX.
Oh, that joint?
That one in the night, yeah, bro. That concert was so
because they got a DVD. I mean,
crazy, bro. That
they got a video. I mean, not a video, but
like a
documentary for that joint.
Yeah. That concert was so crazy. DMX probably had the highlight of the whole thing. But for me, the highlight was when, because I'm security, I was talking to these dudes and they were like, yo, man, because we can't let anybody out. Once you get in, you can't go back out. You know, y'all black, y'all probably gonna be out there. They were like, we can't let nobody out. That was one of the biggest things. And so they were like, yo, man, we need to go out. Can you get us out the building? They said meth is on the way, but we need to go out, you know, do a little something when meth get here. And I'm like, nah, bro, I can't even let y'all out of here because, and as I'm talking to them, they're talking, I can see their mouth, and they got gold teeth with Wu-Tang on the grid. I was like, oh man, because I'm a huge Wu-Tang. They not up here right now, but I'm a huge Wu-Tang fan, right? And I'm like, yo, hold on, when meth? I'm like, what? When meth coming though? Yeah, I'll figure out how to let y'all. You can get it. You know, what's? So I recently went to their last concert. Oh wow! And Redman came out. Man, we went crazy. Yeah, crazy,
bro. Red and Meth got one of the best shows, bro. Their energy is crazy,
ridiculous.
And I was tight too because Meth when we came out of Redman room, Meth like was walking down. I was like, we was down in the lobby. I was like, yeah, man, I just got Redman straight. Whoop de whoop. He was like, damn, man, I wish they would have said something. I needed to get right. I was like, damn, man, I would have loved to cut both of them, man. But I was just gracious to see the show. Like we was like on stage, like, you know, in the mix, bro. Like that shit was a vibe, bro.
I bet it was.
That was like, that was memorable too, man. Like it's been a lot, bro. Like it's really hard, but these are the ones that stick out the most, the ones I told you. But it's been a lot of times, bro. Like a lot of great.
I mean, you've worked on a couple of films as a stylist as well.
Yes, sir.
And so kind of talk about that. Is that where your NAACP image?
Yes. So that was for Till. So Till, we basically like, cause I work like 4 days on it, right? So the way it works is when you get nominated, like the whole department is a part of that. You feel me? So I was a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, so I did like 4 days on there. That was dope. And then I did Possum Trout. I don't know if y'all seen that, but that was
about the couple who adopted.
Yes.
All the
Yes.
I haven't seen it, but
you know about it.
Yeah, I do know about it.
So I was on a lot of days on that, and that was really dope. When we did the I want to say like the release of like, you know, where they have all the people that worked on it come. That was dope. That was really a dope. Like that was really smooth. And then it's been some other ones too, man. But those are like the biggest ones, like for real. But it's been a lot of other things, man. I done worked on a lot of big like commercial stuff for like Jordan brand, Eastside Golf, for Gran Turismo. Did something for them when that movie dropped. There's been a lot of different little things, bro.
So I'm interested in knowing how are you balancing both of these, right? Because you have a creative side to you as an artist, and then you have the creative side as a barber and a stylist, and it seems like one probably gives you more access than maybe another. I don't know. Kind of talk about that duality of trying to maintain and do both. And how do you feel about, you know, where you are as a stylist and where you are as an artist?
Yeah, man. So for a long time, bro, I used to feel like I had to pick one. You know what I mean? Like I was at like a crossroad where I was like, yo, I either got to do this barbering thing all the way through and stop doing rap or really go hard as an artist. And then I had like this epiphany where I was like, I just got to do both, figure out how I could do both and make them work for themselves. So I was telling one of my homies today, like, I figured out like a lot of my clients that I cut, are in the music space, in the film space. So
Mhm.
cutting them and creating these bonds and building these rapport always helps me on the other end with the artistry. And you know, with music, even the biggest artists do a lot of other things outside of it to continue to push their brand and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So I kind of look at it like that. It is a thing. Another conversation I was having with one of my homies. It is a thing with my brand new wave brand that I do want to get to the point where I hire like a CEO and different people in that
Mm.
space that could really take it through the roof
Mhm.
so that I could still give my input, get my equity, and and do the other things that I do, because I
Right.
do the philanthropy with the community, and I do, you know, the artistry and things of that
Mhm.
nature. I don't want to be a slave to anything. I want to
Mhm.
be able to do whatever I feel like doing when I need to do it, and you know, and have the money coming in like
Right.
from different places. So for me, it's just a matter of being able to put it on the calendar and get it done. You know what I mean? Until one is just overpowering the other one in a sense.
Mm.
And that's kind of how I look at it, man. I just kind of balance it all. Um, it's crazy because when I was in high school, bro, they used to call me part-time, right? Because I used to always do multiple things.
Multiple things.
And it was always and back then, you know, I'm sounding old. Back then it's like you kind of had to lock in on one thing, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and push forward with it. But you know, you could be great at a couple different things. Now, I do believe, depending on your goal for said thing, you might have to focus a lot of energy
Yeah.
on it for a extent
A
of time
duration. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
until you're able to add more things. But like I said, I've figured out a way to make them intertwine. You feel me?
Mm.
Because even when a person's on my truck, my TV is playing all my music videos
That's what I'm saying.
and I'm spinning my music
That's what I'm
in the
saying.
middle. So it's like it's always happening at the same
That's right. So when
time.
they
You feel
get
me?
cut, they like, yo, who this?
Exactly. Or they
This
be like,
you?
yo, that's you, bro.
That's you?
You know what I
Yo,
mean?
hold up.
So sometimes I don't even have to say I do music.
Right.
It's just up there. You feel me? So you find ways to make it work.
Mm.
Like I think the way the human mind works, like you can't, instead of thinking of the barriers and the obstacles, you think of the solutions. You feel
Mhm.
me? And that's kind of how I be coming with it. Like, all right. At first it was like, I gotta pick one. Nah, how can I figure out how can they intertwine?
See, that's a person who has, and I talk about this a lot, a person who has an abundance mindset,
Yeah.
right? So when you think about the mindset of abundance versus scarcity, there are people out there who's like, man, I can't figure out how to get it done. There's all these barriers. If only I had X, Y, and Z, then I could do it. If only, you know, this person would do, or my, but it's like, why are you looking at all the barriers?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at the issues? What can you do, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever heard of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People?
Yep. I got
So
that book.
that's what's up. I'm a certified facilitator
Yeah.
of that content. So I used to travel the country teaching that to leaders. And especially the 7 habits for managers.
Yeah.
And in that course, we will talk about how managers need to use their R&I,
Yeah.
your resourcefulness and initiative.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have, they like to be told what to do.
Mm-hmm.
They like to wait until things happen and they react to those things
Mhm.
versus being proactive and going out and kind of figuring out how to do that thing. Okay, so I don't have X, Y, and Z right now,
Mm-hmm.
but what can I do with what I got?
Facts.
How can I leverage my connections, my relationships, what I currently have in order to make that happen?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't find that in a lot of people. A lot of people make excuses.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at obstacles and they
Mhm.
don't really think about the things that they are in control of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell people, right? So in that same class, we talk about the circle of concern and the circle. You got the book. If you read the book, it's called
And
the
I
circle.
gotta read it again because those
Read-
type of books you gotta, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
read it at different times in your
yeah.
life.
So check this out. It's on my YouTube. I did a course on the 7 habits for music creators.
That's
and I
fine.
talked about all the 7 habits concepts and how to apply it as a music creator.
I like
right?
that.
So I do talk about the circle of influence, circle of concern, and what you focus on grows. Of course, we know that.
Facts.
So if you're sitting here focusing on this, all the things you can control, guess what happens to your circle of influence?
Mhm.
It shrinks, it diminishes. You no longer have those connections. You no longer have those opportunities. You no longer have those, whatever that may be,
Yeah.
because you're so focused on, I don't got, and you're not really figuring out well, how can I make away with what I got?
Yeah.
Right. And I love that, right? It's people, if they have the ability to think in that capacity, they can make almost anything happen for them.
Facts.
Almost anything.
And everybody got unique attributes and different resources.
That's
Jermaine Dupri wanted, like, I really look up to Jermaine Dupri, and everything that he's done. He was like, man, when he was pushing Bow Wow, the way he thought about it was like, what things make him unique in his superpowers, right? So he was like, oh,
That's
he
right.
got this connection with Death Row with Snoop Dogg. I'm gonna go ahead and do a song for him and Snoop. You know what I mean? And just finding these different niches that work for him to make him stand out. You know what I mean? And so I took that and just, internalized that and thought about it in my space. Like, all right, what are my superpowers that not everybody can do? And so that's kind of how I be thinking about things, rather than it being like, yo, I gotta just do this and just do that. Like figuring out how everything works together to make you stand out, and set you apart.
And what's the beauty of what you do is that your creative side as a stylist and as a barber can open up doors for you, maybe where music can't.
Facts.
And now once they know you do music, they like, yo, hold on, I got a song that I'm trying to put out. Like, yo, and this you right here, yo, let's,
bro.
And it's like, hold up,
bro.
I would have never had this opportunity if I wasn't cutting you in this.
Let me tell you a quick story, bro. So, are you familiar with Eastside Golf?
No.
All right, so it's a lifestyle brand.
Okay.
They're within the golf world.
Okay.
Shout out Olajuwon and Earl. Basically, I cut them for it wasn't their first commercial, but it was one of their biggest like introductions and stuff, where it was they did a collaboration with Jordan, and it was called Red Clay. So I cut them on that, and then from there I continued to cut Olajuwon, one of the owners. And from there I was like, hey bro, do y'all have like a jingle for y'all brand for Eastside? He was like, nah. And this is when he didn't really know. He didn't know I did music. You know what I mean? So he like, nah, like a couple people didn't mention us in some of their songs, but nobody's done a song. I was like, y'all want to do something for it? So he was just like, all right. Like, I don't think, he ain't know like how it's gonna come. Man, came back with that joint, and he was just like, bro, this is crazy. I'm gonna take it back to the team. And they ended up using it for a couple of different things and things of that nature. Right now, like, so many people use it as a soundbite for their golf stuff. Like, we got like over 4,000 reels that's been used on it, and it hasn't really been promoted as hard as it could. But that opportunity came from me cutting his hair. Like, hey, bro, like, because we having real conversation. It's like, like, and then once you build with people and stuff, like, and you really form like real relationships, like we spoke about, like, people be wanting to, help you out, you know what I mean? And give you opportunities and stuff. And so, we got that, and they send me packs all the time. And when I say packs, it's like, shirts and clothing and shoes and different things like that.
Packs.
Yeah.
That's right.
So shout out Eastside Golf. Those my dogs. Make sure y'all look into them. And I'm also shout out Olajuwon. He's went back pro, so he's back out there golfing and swinging and stuff, man, getting it in. So that's my brother, man. So things like that can happen when you have different avenues, you know what I mean, to connect with people.
Yeah, I always tell people, figure out, because sometimes the artistry may not be your introduction.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I produce. I got studio equipment all over here.
All over. And they got a nice setup.
MPCs over here. I got an MPC over there. Over here. Machine over here. Speakers. Blah blah blah. Right. So I do produce.
Yeah.
Am I the best producer? Nah, not even close. Am I decent? Yeah, I'm decent. Right. I've worked with a couple independent artists. But once again, Indie Unplugged. I have a heart for the indies.
Thanks.
If I get a major play, that's dope. But I work with a lot of indies. And so through that, I was like, okay, I'm meeting people. I'm connecting with people. But it's not at the level that I thought I was going to be meeting people at. And then I made a decision to say, what are these other talents that I got? Like, I do learning and development, right? I do organizational development. I train CEOs and directors and VPs on how to be better leaders in their organization. I'm talking about Fortune 50, Fortune 100. And these CEOs are multi-millionaires, sometimes billionaires, right? And here I am, this little black kid when I was in my 30s, teaching them how to be better leaders.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing in the music industry. Yeah, I produce, but my real superpower is there.
Yeah.
What else can I do? I'm really good at speaking. I travel the country training people. Now, the way I am right now, kind of like how I am in class, but I'm more corporate.
Yeah.
When I'm in like with all the
For
CEOs, right? For sure. You know, you gotta switch it up a little bit, right? Which I wish we didn't have to do, but
yeah,
switch it up a little bit. And so then I said, what other avenues can I use that can get me into the industry? And that's where all this came from. That's where the network came from, the Indie Unplugged, the podcast, all the programs that we've done, master classes, conferences, music panels, everything came from, and trust me, I met tons of people.
Yeah.
From here to
yeah.
tons. I remember meeting a guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but I remember meeting the guy. I was at a meeting, and there's people there with suits on.
Yeah.
There was this one guy in there with an open shirt, like Hawaiian shirt, walking around with a cup. Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? Hey, good to meet you. Hey, it's good to see you. Like, yeah, like, hi. Like, what? And I'm like, yo, who is this guy? Like, one, he's absolutely comfortable because everybody else is, hi, yes, hi. He's like, hey, what's going on? Hey, it's good to meet you. Hey, Brian, nice to see you. Hey. And I'm like, hey, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And I go back and research, and I find out that I'm like, oh, shoot, what? Okay. This guy knows a lot of people.
Thanks.
Oh, he's a big wig.
Yeah.
And I don't mean he's a big wig. And it's like, oh, I met this dude.
Yeah.
I got a connection with him. He was like, Brian, take my number. Let's get up for lunch. Call me.
Yeah.
I'm like, facts. It opened up doors that music probably wouldn't have allowed me to get into.
Yeah.
So
you know how that go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know how that go.
Yeah.
So you mentioned it. Let's talk about your philanthropic type work, man.
Yes,
I'm real interested in that.
Yeah.
I was talking to a partner of mine. We were talking about some kids in juvie, and how like the youngest person that was in juvie was like 11, like 10 years. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And they got these boys out in the middle of the woods in a detention center somewhere in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
That you would never know they out there.
Your
Little black boys, little white boys, just in this compound.
Sad,
compound, brother.
Yeah.
And it broke my heart.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's terrible to hear right now.
It broke my heart, bro. I was like, he's showing me this. I'm like, he was like, this is the first time they allowed cameras into their complex.
Mm-hmm.
He said the warden was like, I don't even know why I'm letting you in here with some cameras, bro. Like, but yeah, let's
woo. So
like,
woo,
broke my heart.
Yeah,
bro.
No, it's sad, bro. And so, that's a lot of what we do to try to keep the kids from going down that avenue.
Yes.
So Brand New Wave Cares is the name of the nonprofit. So it's an extension of Brand New Wave, my for profit, the barbering situation. So basically we started in 2000. We started in 2016 back in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
And we started with just events, man. So shout out my cousin Ron, shout out Che, shout out Michael, shout out Micah. Those are like my board members and back in Richmond. And we started just like doing like events and like back to school drives and this other event called RBA Ball for a Cause. So it's basically like a celebrity basketball game. And then we just highlighted different things like from hunger to the backpack drive to this and that, like just different things like that. That's how we started. And we was doing that out of our pocket for the first year. Then the second year we got Dominion Power to tap in. That's like our, I know
Dominion. Yeah.
So that's like Georgia, Georgia Power?
It's like Georgia Power. We had Dominion.
Yeah, Dominion. So we got Dominion locked in, and then just other different sponsors and stuff like that. Still, it was just an event. When I moved out here, I got locked in with a principal over at Fickett Elementary because she stayed in my complex, my apartment complex. She saw my truck and she saw what I was doing. She was like, oh my gosh, I got some boys over at my school. I would love for you to cut. And so I had started just going myself and cutting them for free. Sometimes she'll throw me a couple dollars. Most of the time it would just be like, on the strength. And I ain't gonna lie, it was one time because it was like when I first had got out here where I was like still trying to find like, you know, the money, you know what I mean? And keep things afloat, survive. And I was like, man, like I love doing this, but I would love if she would be able to pay me this time. And I was just like,
that bread.
yeah, I was torn, I ain't gonna lie. And I was talking to one of my friends about it, and she was like, this is what you need to do. You need to start a program. And then that's how you'll get the money from, you know, organizations and stuff, sponsors. And then that way you get paid, they get it for free, everybody wins. And then so I took that and it took like a year and I put together this program. And after I started putting it out there, like on social, I started to find more people to help out. Shout out to Kayla, shout out to Talana, shout out to all of the barbers and stylists, Easy, Chi Chi, Cho, Akeem Ali. He be tapping in with us. Man, there's so many people. Joy, so many people, man. There's so many people that come and go. Carmen, there's so many people. So we go into the school. This is at Fickett Elementary in South Fulton, and we cut and we braid the kids' hair. It's a 10-month program. It's about looking good, feeling good, and boosting self-esteem. It's called Sponsor Service for a Kid.
Love it.
We also teach them basic hair care knowledge as well. And as we keep growing this thing into like the middle schools and high schools, I want to also be able to teach them how to cut and give them the trade. Because back in Virginia, my second shop I had on Virginia Union University's campus, that's what we were doing. We were cutting and braiding, but also I had the apprenticeship program. I had the internship program. And we were like teaching people business and also teaching them.
You?
I'm 35. Yeah.
Bruh. My guy is out here. He out here, bro. He is out here killing.
I appreciate you, bro.
Killing it.
Yeah. So it didn't work out at Union due to COVID and them not really seeing the vision all the way. I ain't gonna lie. They didn't see like the empowerment of what this thing is. So basically I want to you know, interject that into this. But right now on the basic level, we're braiding and we're cutting the hair and just, you know, pouring into the mentorship type thing. And we go in once a month, the last Monday of each month. And it's a whole vibe, bro. Like we're seeing these kids like go from not speaking at all to now we're seeing like they're doing cheers and inside of there, they conversing with us and just you're seeing their personalities come out. It's a beautiful thing. We also, you know, do evaluations so that from the beginning and at the end, so we can see like their, you know, their progress. But outside of that, like we see it. You know what I mean? Like it's like we're seeing it in real time. We also had like last season, we had 4 kids, right? They were brothers and sisters that were displaced. And what that means is like when they go home, they don't go to the same home. Like they're at different places, you know? And so when they come into our space.
But they're related.
They're related, right?
Yeah,
but, you know, stuff going on at home.
Right.
So when they come to our spot, like they're able to kick it. They're able to see their brother and sister. Like, and it's something we even think, you know, we didn't think of when we put this thing together. We were just thinking of the haircuts and hairstyles because we're saving the families money. We're giving them, you know, their boosting their confidence and things of that nature. So like, it's a dope, you know, it's been dope, bro. And right now we're just looking for more sponsors and trying to get more grants and things of that nature so that we can grow this thing. I want to take it back to Virginia as well. And it's been great, man. I'm grateful for Principal Grant over at South Fulton because, man, she's an amazing principal, bro. They love her there. She's like really hands-on, really cares. You know what I mean? And man, they got, bro, so we cut within their game room. So their game room, imagine like it's bigger than, you know, it's a big game room, but like how you got all your stuff laid out, it's like Xboxes, PS5.
Oh yeah, it's like that over there.
Yeah, bro. Yes, yes. But a whole bunch of these.
But a whole bunch of them.
Yes, bro. Like, so what I'm trying to get at is like she finds the money, you know what I mean, from the sponsors and stuff, because it still is hard for her, but she figures it out. Because I think Dwight Howard actually paid for the game room. Okay. Because she met his father and, you know, through them connections. But basically she really like, they're like they're like so ahead of the game than a lot of the schools in Atlanta, public schools. But she gave us like the space to really get this thing going because it's like, you know, it's like a you know, beginning stages. You feel me? Like, cause it's the first school we're doing and we're just working in unison with partners and it's been great, bro. So we're almost done with the second season. The third season starts back up in January. We have like 3 more. So we have at the end of this month, and then we got November, December. We're gonna do the graduation. And yeah, just always looking for sponsors and things of that nature. Make sure y'all go to bnw.org, bnwcares.org. And you can tap in with us /donate. But yeah,
Yeah,
so,
that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, make sure y'all support. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
that's that, especially if you have a heart for the youth, you have a heart for giving back, you have a heart for just connecting with other people and mentoring others and seeing, you know, that spark, because that was something that I saw in these young kids was that they're in these juvie centers, and man, I'm like, what about their future?
Yeah.
What about their hope? A lot of people would be like, well, they should have thought about their hope when they was out there robbing and stealing and doing all that. Yeah, we've all done something.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
You've done something. I'm sure we've all done something.
Facts.
And it's like, you can't always just allow that to be the final judgment you place on that kid.
Yeah.
It's like, because we don't know that situation that kid was. That
you
kid
don't know all the background, bro.
You don't know. And
why it was like that.
Yeah, so the easy move into that judgment perspective to say, well, you should have made, but still, that kid has a future.
Yeah.
You know, he still has a life. He still has a chance, an opportunity that if you give him, that he could be something that he's always wanted to be.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be. It don't have to be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever he wanted to be. And so if you're interested in doing things like that, make sure y'all please
tap in, man. We need barbers, we need stylists. You know, however you want to tap in. We need restaurants to tap in. We need hair stores because we need products and stuff like that, or natural hair product companies and things of that nature. We got a couple of grants out there that we just put in, so we're waiting on those to come back. But man, we doing the work, bro. So these are we're the type of organizations that you want to get behind, because we're doing the work already. It's not a thought, it's not an idea, it's actually in motion. And we have real results that's taking place too. So, you know, we want to take this thing and grow it, man, to more states, more schools here, definitely back in Virginia, because that's where I'm from, and wherever else, you know what I mean, and really just scale this thing out.
Yeah.
Because we're really doing like it's doing multiple things at one time. You feel me? And that's the big thing. Like, outside of just making these kids look good and feel good, it's saving the parents money. You know what I mean? It's also helping them achieve and do better in class. Like, you know, when you look good, you feel good, and you want to be seen, and you want to do better. You want to, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm grateful for everybody that we have in place that's helping, because they're volunteering, bro. Like I said, like we have people that have tapped in, different companies that have tapped in, but we're still looking for that funding so that I can be like, everybody that is working, we're paying them. You know what I mean? And things of that nature. Because sometimes everybody they're not able to do each month. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they got to make decisions. They got to go get that money.
That's
you know what I mean? So
I get
that's why we have like a running list, so that we could, you know, make sure that we do what we need to do every month. But definitely, if you're listening and if it touch your spirit, bnwcares with the s.org/donate.
Yeah, absolutely. So last question for you, man.
Yes, sir.
I know we've been chopping it up for a while. What's going on with the music?
Woo! As you see right here, not for everybody. This is the EP, the album. It's available right now on even.biz. We will be going with to streaming with it in January. I'm probably gonna drop it with it as a deluxe on streaming. Until then, it's different singles that I'll be rolling out for streaming. Like I said, I was telling you off camera, on the 10th, we're dropping Get Back Up featuring Malachi. That's one of the records on there. Everybody's going stupid still.
That is a correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. So we just today with a platform called SBN Studios, we did like a mic performance that just dropped.
Oh, Skin and Bones?
No, not Skin and Bones.
Okay.
SBN. It's a newer joint. Yeah, it's a newer joint. So just dropped that. We got the video dropping on the 10th for Get Back Up. We're gonna drop I got a record with Trans Lee and Gray called Genie in the Sky, and we're gonna drop that probably next month. And then I got another single from it called Jamaica Japan. We're gonna drop that in December. Jamaica Japan. Yeah, that joint fire, super fire, for sure. All of them is fire.
Jamaica Japan. What's?
Yeah, so So at first it was called something else at first, and then being that I mentioned those spots and a couple other spots in the hook, it was me and one of my homies, Add a Decimal, shout out Add a Decimal. We was trying to just figure out like, a cool name and stuff. So once we was like I don't know if this name we got right now is it. Like I took time and just kept. And then came over Jamaica, Japan, and it's just something that just sounds like intriguing, bro. It's like, what? You know what I mean? Jamaica, what that sound
Jamaica,
like?
Japan. Like, what's that?
Yeah. So on the hook, I'd be like, I said, we in Japan, shake, Caribbean, Jamaica, the motherlands, naked, go gambling in Vegas. Everywhere that I go, you be coming with me. How about that trip to Dubai? So you know what I mean? It's like, it's a vibe, yo.
It sounds like it's a vibe too.
Yeah. So you could get. The music is available right now on even.biz. I don't know if y'all know about it, but even.biz is a way for the fans to pay the artist directly. We're not getting these pennies from the streaming. We understand that, streaming is still important and you have to be on there. But it's a way for us to, get our coins beforehand because this thing is expensive, bro. Like being an artist, I'm already like almost 30 bands in a couple months just off of moving around, shooting, all types of things. And I'm super independent, bro. Like, so I need y'all to spend the money. You know what I mean? Like, so,
yeah, that's a support.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, it's just expensive being an artist, man. So, yeah, man. So even.biz, not for everybody's the EP. And just, be on the lookout. Follow me at J Bizz of VA so that y'all can stay up to par.
Yeah, make sure to tag when that mug drop though.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And then maybe because we have another show that we do called Unlocking Genius.
For sure.
Where we actually walk through the album. We listen to it, we talk about it.
Definitely got to pull back up for that.
Yeah. And we walk through it.
Yeah.
And talk about it.
Yeah. And we just did a listening party, man, over at the Gathering Spot. Shout out the Gathering Spot, TK and Ryan. I actually did a cohort through them in Washington, D.C. a week ago.
Okay.
With like 20 other entrepreneurs from Atlanta. It was amazing. They was teaching us how to grow and scale our companies and stuff like that.
From the Atlanta Business League?
No, it was just through, so it was Shea Moisture, Georgetown, and the Gathering Spot.
Okay.
That's who it was powered by. And they picked 20 entrepreneurs. It was for, I forgot how many entrepreneurs they did. Don't give me the wailing. But we were the last 20 of this 5-year pledge. And so we're hoping that they keep this thing going. Shea Moisture keeps it going. Shout out to Greg. Greg is the person that's ahead of that. That's trying to get that back going so they can do 5, 10, 15, 20 plus more years, because I feel like all entrepreneurs need that type of space to cultivate the skills that they need to really grow their business. And man, it was amazing time. But yeah, so we did the listening party. My bad. We did the listening party at the Gathering Spot, and it was great, bro. Like they were talking about that for a couple of days afterwards. Dope activation. Shout out to Samara. She was the one that produced that for me. And I had so many other people involved too. But yeah, so we did that. The people was loving it. Listening party. They let us know like what ones they want to hear, as singles. No, she's a man, she is a tour manager.
Okay.
And then she's also a producer. So she produces a lot of things. And she does like different things with artists and things of that nature. She's a tour manager for Tonight's Conversation. I don't know if you know about that big podcast about relationships and things of that nature. It goes viral all the time.
I'm sure
right now.
Yeah, relationship podcasts. They always out.
Yeah, always goes
the viewerships. Yeah,
but yeah, she has a passion and love for music, and we connected, and she really helped me out with that, man. But yeah, so we did that, and we kind of I had this idea based off of Barry Gordy and Motown.
I love Motown.
And how they did they listening sessions where it was like, yo, if you had $1,
would you rather buy a cheeseburger, a sandwich, or this album? That's right.
I had did these Biz Bucks, you feel me? And we gave each participant some Biz Bucks. We gave them because it's 8 songs on there. It's 16 tracks, but it's 8 songs, 8 interludes. And we gave them 8 Biz Bucks. They was $10 bills for 1010. Shout out 1010. That's what's and like they that's how they voted. You know what I mean? Outside of us also having like a little thing for them to fill out, what is it? Feedback form.
Like a feedback form. Yeah.
But that's how they was voting. So we got some good
That's
insight.
genius right there.
Yeah, they got some good insight to know. All right, everybody was the one that won, obviously my single.
Yeah.
But then under that, it was some more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I knew like, all right, cool. These are the ones that we will focus on in conjunction with everybody.
Y'all need to do that.
Yeah.
Y'all need to do that whenever y'all do it. Stop putting out music without having people do some QA on your music.
Yeah.
Right? Get feedback from others because that feedback is going to be valuable.
It's very valuable.
And I'm sure it was valuable because
super.
Because now you're like, yo, we know exactly which ones are going to go.
Yeah.
Y'all stop just putting music out on... My bad, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Like,
you got to, man. You got to tap in with the people, see what they talking about because you know, we're gonna be biased. All them things is our baby.
They're all hits.
You know,
they all hits to me.
Yeah. So that was great, man, and it was just a great turnout, bro. Like I had a great time. Again, man, Samara came through, and like all I had to do was just pull up, bro. Like so, I co-produced it as well, leading up, but the day of, bro, all I had to do was pull up. She had everything straight, man. Shout out everybody involved, bro. Like everybody. Shout out my homegirl Niche. She handled my merch. She was there holding down the merch. And there's so many other people, bro, that was in place, bro. Shout out Brittany. She hosted. Shout out Joy. She was on the DJ tip. And my homeboy Marcus was shooting, and my homeboy Mr. Good Evening was shooting. And so many other people that my guy that put together the activations and everything like that, man.
It takes
it's a team.
It takes a team,
bro.
You cannot do this by yourself,
man.
I know y'all try. I know y'all want to do it by yourself, so you can claim, "Oh, I did it all by myself." You cannot do it by yourself,
man.
It takes
people. Shout out again. Jermaine Dupri was on his press run, and he was talking about how like a lot of independent cats be thinking they need to do it by themselves. Yeah, he was like, "Dog, you're competing against." You know what I mean? People that got teams. You know what I mean? Right? So you need to, you know what I mean? You got to tap in. You have to. And it's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's easier said than done. But I saw LaRussell talking about this. Like, as you continue to put out and do what you're doing, you attract what you need. You feel me? You'll attract your team. You'll attract, all the people that
That's how I attracted my co-hosts.
Yeah.
Is they saw what was happening. And plus, I reached out to them.
Facts.
They came on. They did a test thing. Like, yo, let's do a test podcast, see how it go.
Yeah.
And then see if there's something you want to do. They were like, bet.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Facts.
And they hear, we whether it's one of us, whether it's two of us or three of us, because there's three of us total, we still keep it going. And they're like, let's go. Facts. Now, other people are taking notice. I'm getting calls from people like, and I'm sure it happens to you. And this is how it goes down. Hey, yo, what's up, Vaughan? Hey, I'm good, bro. Hey, we love what you're doing.
Yeah.
We watching.
Yeah.
We in Cali, though, but we see you.
Yeah.
We see what's going on.
Facts. And that'd be the best. That'd be the best. And it'd be at the moments you really need the shit, too. You'd be like, I needed to hear.
So one of my homies called me and said that from Cali, and I was like, bro, I needed to hear that for sure, man.
For real, bro.
You have no idea how close I was. He's like, man, forget this, man. I don't feel like doing this no more.
Bro.
The views be down. The video go up. There's 3 views on it, man. I'm tired, man. Now the views are starting to go up.
Yeah.
Now the memberships are starting to go up.
Yeah.
And the subscriber counts are starting to go up.
Yeah.
And more people are going,
you just can't
we
stop.
Like what y'all doing.
Just can't stop, bro.
Y'all different because, everybody got these big platforms, but y'all focus on indies. The indies ain't got these types of platforms. Facts. And if they do got these types of platforms, they always talking about some gossip stuff.
Yeah.
You see, I ain't asking you about, hey, yo, who you out there fighting?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you got beef with who? Like, we don't get into the whole gossip thing, man. And it's just, we are truly independent. We're for independence, to help educate independence, to help uplift independence, man. Right. It's like, so, man, I appreciate you, brother, for all the things that you are doing within the community from a music perspective, from a barber perspective, especially working with the youth. Yeah. Because if we can develop those individuals to help them be confident in themselves, to develop the right types of skills, man, they're going to be on fire.
It's big, bro. And it's crazy, bro. Like, when I was younger, bro, I'm always been a visionary person, like, just a visionary, like, I saw myself like actually coming back to the schools. Like, I remember as a youngin', like I saw it, like that I was gonna be coming back and just helping others and helping the youth, bro. So, this is just a vision just being carried out. You feel me?
That's facts.
But I definitely want to say, man, thank you for inviting me, bro. All the independents, man, make sure y'all just keep doing y'all thing. Keep just doing the best with what you have, you know what I mean? And everything will work out. Like, long as you don't quit, bro. Like that's the secret sauce.
Don't quit.
Like don't quit. And you know, and work on yourself as a human being so that you can attract the energies and the people and the things that you need. You know what I mean? Long as you're good within and on the inner, you know what I mean? Your outer is gonna glow. Like, and shout out my homie Translate inner peace outer glow. That's his mantra. Like long as you doing what you need to do, it's gonna work out for you.
It's gonna work out.
Bro, I'm living proof of it, bro. Like I just keep going, bro. And my whole thing is just to be a value to each person encounter and inspire, bro. Like, so thank you for having me.
Yeah, brother.
And this was great, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Make sure you drop your socials, bro. So
At J Bizz of VA. That's JBIZZOFVA. Also follow the company BNW Mobile ATL. Also follow 1010 Entertainment, and that's TEN, then the number 10 Entertainment. And that's on Instagram and on TikTok too. TikTok going up. And yeah, man. And then BNW Cares. Also, you can follow us on Instagram and bnwcares.org/donate. And yeah, make sure you get the merch. Holla at me, I get you right. And yeah, get the album EP2 on even.biz. All that's in my bio, man. Anything you need is in the bio at J Bizz of VA.
That's what's up, brother. Yeah. Man, I appreciate you being here,
my
bro.
Brother.
My guy, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to the Indie Unplugged. We are out. We'll catch you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.